Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tara with Mayhem Crafty Cards, and I have a card for you today. This card put me through the ringers, but I had so much fun making it. I am making a Magic Iris shaker card. Say that one 3 times fast. And I'm going to be using the Vampire Bat shaker bits from Doodles Paper Playground. Love my sparkle blends. So for this card, I wanted to make it an ink blended background, but not really a super smooth blend. I really wanted it to be kind of splotchy. And as I put the card together, you'll kind of see why. So Sparkle Blends is having a 20% off sale right now on all their blends except for the ones that are getting ready to be released. So I will make sure that I link all that information down below in my description box. So I did go in with Prize Ribbon, and this is just on some Neenah 80-pound cardstock. And then went in with Dusty Concord Distressed ink. So the only oxide ink I'm using, excuse me, is the Twisted Citron. So I went ahead and just kind of went at this card panel. Not really looking for that super smooth blend, just getting my colors down there. So after I did all this, added all the inks that I wanted to, I went ahead and set this aside to dry because for me, I guess I don't use Distress Oxides very much. Not as much as I should. And I did switch up my brushes because I do not want to mix my oxides and my Distress ink. So I went ahead and cut all the pieces that I needed for my Magic Iris. And you will see where I struggle. And that's completely okay. Like, no card is ever perfect. And that's why I left all of my mishaps in, just to show you, like, it's never easy the first time. I mean, it doesn't just come together the first time around. So I cut out 3 of the donut pieces, or I'm sorry, the sausage looking pieces, put those in their little slots. Now, please don't follow this as a process card because, like I said, it's a struggle bus. And I was really riding it that day. I did go ahead and use the mini glue dots and put those on all the X's. It just kind of, nothing else will work with, I mean, liquid glue. I've not found anything that works very well with the Magic Iris. So I went ahead and cut out a bunch of the circles. And this is where I will start to struggle because I used Tim Holtz's craft cardstock, but this is like a gray color because I wanted to keep I wanted to stay with like the same tones that were in the blend. So I could not remember for the life of me how to, or which side it was going to show when I put my little pieces on. Not that it mattered anyways because nobody will see them. But still. So I went ahead, got all my little support pieces on. And this is where I added where you're going to pull the Magic Iris open. And again, could not remember if I was supposed to close my little support pieces or not. And then I made the mistake of adding adhesive all on the back of this circle. Bad idea. Because obviously your Magic Iris is not going to turn if you have adhesive on the parts that you want to turn. So yeah, this card kind of put me through the ringer, and I'm okay with it because, you know, it just taught me to like slow down, take my time, and now you can see that I've got it open after I figured out that mistake. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue runner on the back, or tape runner on the back of just those little support pieces and add just a full circle on there because that's where I'm going to add my acetate and my foam tape. So if you add anything onto the back of that, of course, it's not going to want to open. So I just grabbed a sheet of acetate, used the tape runner on there. And then for my foam tape, what I did was I took the backing off as I was trying to fit it around the circle. It's just so much easier to do when the backing paper is off. And this is just some, I believe this is scrapbook.com double-sided foam adhesive. It's not super thick, but I kind of like it for these cards because I don't want it to be very bulky. So this would be a card I would say to hand deliver. I would not, I mean, you could mail it in a bubble mailer, but I don't know. For me, I would just rather hand deliver something like this. So I just grabbed a couple of the pieces that I seen sitting on top that I knew I wanted to use and added them into my little well. And I did use a double sheet of acetate because I did not want all of these pieces flying all over the place as I was trying to line everything up. And you will see at the end, sometimes you just have to take your time. But I was able to use that circle that I threw all that double-sided adhesive on, just to close everything up. I didn't have to add that, but I had it already, so I just went ahead and added it on. Then for my top piece, I did some alcohol ink blending and just used the Magic Iris die to cut out that circle. I love, love, love how this came out. It just, I need to do this with more of my die cuts because I just can't get over how well those colors mix together. And I believe that was boysenberry. And I want to say it's mushroom. I will double check. And like I said, everything will be listed down in my description box. I try to keep everything down there because I can't always remember as I'm doing voiceovers what I was using until I actually see it on the screen. And I did use my Misty to kind of hold down everything so it would adhere. So then I went ahead and grabbed some of the clay bats, add them to the top, the little clay caskets. I wanted to add them to the bottom just to give them a little something extra. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next time.